Hey guys, it's Kim Gorski here. Let's get right into it because this one's quick, sweet, and needed. Bounce Over Perfect is some little corner where I can just have some one-on-one talk with you. Because this right here is probably the most beautiful thing that I think we can do is have voice. Have a voice, give a voice, and share the voice. Because we have this capability of sharing how we feel. We have this capability of digging into our toolboxes when we need them. We have so many capabilities, but yet we don't use them. We don't use them in the times that we need them. So this episode is all about you really able to dig a little bit deeper into the work you've already done. So if you're listening to this podcast, you have done some work. Why? Because you've probably listened to at least one of my podcasts. So that is considered work. The kind of work that you may not think is work. Because we have been in society that has told us that 9 to 5, clocking in, clocking out is our work. And then we're even told that motherhood is our only work. And what's even more messed up, that people don't even consider that work. That's the hardest job out there. I know my moms that are watching, you're like, amen, sister. And so when we think about work, that's work. But when we think about working on ourselves, that's just extra. That's something that'd be nice to do one day. Or it's a thought that, hey, do I need that? And so you may be at a place where you're like, I know I need it, but I don't have time. Or you may be at a place that I've already gotten a lot of it, so I don't need much. Both of you are wrong. And I'm calling you out because the work on you never stops. And you've heard that before. It's a broken record. I know it. But what I want to share with you today is how we can use the work we've already done, the tools and the resources that we already have, and be able to tap into that in our hardest times. You know, one of my greatest qualities that I've learned from this personal development, professional development journey of my own and watching others go through it is that we get so hard on ourselves when we're down because we've done all this work or we've gotten so far and then we're down. And so we make sure we're down for the count. And there is no shame in your game if you are self-loathing. There is no shame when you say to yourself, I can't keep on going on like this. But where I will say is that we already have the freaking tools. You've already done something. So you're either self-sabotaging yourself, done it a million times, or you're either, getting to a place where you are just straight up tired, aka exhausted. One of the amazing mentors I followed, Danielle Laporte, she had a great episode about being tired versus being exhausted from life. And I had to read on. And I had to dig a little bit deeper because I don't know how many times I've said, I am just tired. Have you said that before? You're like, I am sick and tired. But really, are you actually tired, meaning physically? Or are you emotionally so tired, so drained, so exhausted because of what's going on in your life? Think about that. So you may need, 6 to 8 hours, whatever that time frame is to sleep. And you already got that. And you may have already taken a nap and you got up and you're still not finding that yourself being refreshed. That's when we got to go into our toolbox and start taking out some tools. So when I talk about tools and resources, what does that really mean? Tools and resources are the things that you've learned along the way to have more self-love. The things that you learn along the way to say that you can really push through this and not go around it. Those tools and resources come in the form of a podcast, a book, a talk with a therapist, a talk with a mentor, doing your own reflection and journaling, showing gratitude in a time of need. Because guess what? It's freaking easy. Easy E in the house. I just watched the Defiant Ones, guys. Totally get in there with Dr. Dre and Jimmy Ivan or Levine. Gosh, totally butchering that name. You will hear a lot of that on here. That's why I think you guys love me / hate me. But it's easy. It's easy to be positive in the easy times. It's easy to be positive when the finances are flowing through. It's easy to be positive when your career is on fire. It's really freaking hard to be positive when it's hard. It's really freaking hard when you find that $0, even negative dollars in the bank account. It's really freaking hard when you just got beat down by your job and lost a couple gigs. Yeah, it's hard. So some people may say, well, you're fake if you come up positive in those moments. You're not real if you come up positive in those moments. Guess what? Am I breathing? Are you breathing? Yeah, that's freaking gratitude. And so when I think about this tools and resources that we have, this personal, professional development we have, it's for this. It's for these times. Because these times are what makes us or breaks us. These times is what defines us or puts us in a ditch. And I've gone from personal experiences, and I say this with so much empathy. I know I haven't had it as hard as many people out there. But what I will say is that it's still my reality. That's a big thing I teach in my courses, because when I teach the women and the men these kind of principles and these ways of life, I can feel it from afar, how much grace they've just given themselves and how much peace they feel. So when we talk about that it's so hard out there for others, but yet we shouldn't worry about what's going on in ours, quote unquote, first world problems. Yeah, I agree. But guess what? In my corner of the world, we need some more grace. We need some more peace, because if those two combine, you cannot equal action. And I can almost guarantee that. You can work out of stress, awesome. You can work out of desperation, awesome. But you're not going to create your greatest work if you don't work out of peace and action and balance to be able to give that self that action. Guys, I know you have it within you. And sometimes we need just this little kick in the butt, just this little gut check, or even just this virtual hug to say, you can. I'm coming from a place of experience, and I'm coming from a place of love where I've seen many men and women come out of it. And that does not negate the fact that you are going through it. But what I will say is don't go around it. Because when we go around it, time gets lost. It gets harder. We lose our confidence in ourselves, which in result, we don't have confidence within ourselves. So please, I beg you, re-listen to this one, because this one is so valuable to be able to send you off to take more tools, to pick up more tools, to put them back in your toolbox, to be able to say, I can, I will, and I am going out there to make the rest of my life the best of my life, because I am ready for that breakthrough to be able to keep on going. I love you guys. And you need this. We need this. So please give yourself some grace for yesterday, peace for today, and a plan for tomorrow. Much love.